Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two pickup trucks making love.
Listen up, Autothoughts and Decepticons. You're listening to Prime Cut, the non-linear history of the Transformers franchise on television. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey.
I'm your other host, Mara.
And,
Remember those guys that showed up a few weeks ago?
yeah. There's a lot of questions, I would say, about the ideal order to put these episodes in. Because there's some parts of it, like some familiar faces we haven't seen basically all season, who show up here, that makes me feel like, oh yeah, this was definitely meant to go air earlier than it did. And also the, timeline of the Combaticons being created, but don't worry about that. But then there's other stuff where they bring in other new guys that haven't shown up yet.
I'll tell you this. This is their first appearance chronologically. You will never get an origin for the Protectabots. They're just here.
They're just here! Oh, that's really funny. I mean, I guess that's like how most people in this season have been. But I feel like it is funnier for a Gestalt team.
Yeah, I feel like they had to justify why there were like 5 new guys showing up a week, and they did it for 3 of the new teams, and they were like, oh fuck. We got these Protectabot guys too. We're running out of episodes. I don't know. They're just here. They're just here.
They're just here. And again, we still haven't even gotten to the cream of the crop of the Autobot combiner teams because we haven't gotten to the train bots.
That's right. Although,
and we never will on this show.
They don't even combine into Defensor in this episode.
No, they don't do it. Like, it really kind of felt like this was supposed to be for a different episode.
I think they ran out of room. I think they were like thinking they had like 4 more episodes or something, and like, oh fuck, shit, I don't know. Just put the Protectabots in here. I guess we gotta sell some damn toys. Whatever. But yeah, we're talking about Starscream's Brigade and Revenge of Bruticus, which is a 2-parter, and unlike the previous 2-parter, which was aired out of order, this one is actually aired in the right order. So good job, Sunbow. You managed to produce a TV show correctly. Which 2-parter are you
referring to?
That would be Child's Play and The Gambler, of which there was like a 5-episode gap between Child's Play and The Gambler.
Yes, though again, I want to know, not in the actual airing.
Mm-hmm. I think it wasn't the actual airing, actually. I looked it up. There were like 3 or 4 episodes between those 2 in the airing. And in fact, in the production order, The Gambler was made first, I think. So it's just fucked all around. It's just no good.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure that Tubi has it in the air order. And they were right after each other on Tubi.
Let me look. I'm clicking back. There's the giant purple griffin. What a beautiful time.
What a beautiful time.
The Combaticons' first appearance, in fact, where they just showed up with no explanation.
Which they'll never do again until these episodes.
That's right.
But they don't even course correct on these ones, as we mentioned, which is very funny.
So, yeah, I think... So, Child Stars aired on November 7th, and The Gambler was aired on November 11th, but I think there was 2 more episodes in between there. Because Child's Play was a part of like a big week-long block or something.
Maybe. I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, our first one up today is Starscream's Brigade.
Guadalcanal! 1943. World War II. What a crazy, title card to see.
I mean, it does... I will say, it does excite me for the episode.
Yeah. But this brief thing is just to say that, hey, there's a bunch of, military wrecks on Guadalcanal from the titular Battle of back in the 40s. And then we cut to Starscream complaining about how much Megatron glazes Shockwave.
Okay, these episodes are really funny with Shockwave, as per
Yeah.
usual. Shockwave just really the perpetual punching bag of G1, which is really funny given the way that his character develops
Yeah,
throughout the rest
like,
of the franchise.
cartoon Shockwave is so different from any other incarnation of G1 Shockwave. He's such a nebbish little loser.
Yeah, he really is just like the perpetual punching bag of everyone in this show. That being said, there was, I do want to say, the animators obviously love it so much because some of the best animation in this show in Generator is just when Shockwave's getting the shit kicked out of him.
Mm-hmm. They love to see a busty queen losing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. They hate to see they do hate to see a busty queen win, but this is one of those I'm gay because I hate women situations where it's not that they hate to see him winning, but they just love to see him losing.
Yeah, I think, and so this scene is basically Starscream going, oh, it's Shockwave this, Shockwave that. If you like Shockwave so much, why don't you marry him? And Megatron basically just, says, I don't have fucking time for this, man. I've gotta go. To
the moon, Starscream!
So he turns around, and Starscream freaks out and, don't turn your back on me, and just shoots him in the back in front of the entire, base.
This really, truly is a 1950s, domestic violence case.
So he shoots Megatron in the back, and, of course, he does what Starscream does, which is to say Megatron has fallen, I am now leader of the Decepticons.
We do get the only legitimate case of this happening this episode.
That's true. But as it turns out, Megatron is significantly tougher than just being able to be killed by one shot, so he just wakes back up and sweeps Starscream's leg and says, okay, you know what? I've had it about up to here with your shit. This was the last straw. And I was like, this out of everything, okay.
Shouldn't have signed that prenup.
But I guess it is you just shot me in the back in the middle of my own base. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I really like when Starscream...
Over me giving more attention to someone else. It's so funny. They genuinely... Okay, so do you know, the story about, the Digimon dub characterizations?
Vaguely.
Okay, so when the dubbers for Digimon Adventure were trying to think of personalities to translate these characters to, there's some part that you just can't get around, but a lot of it there's some amount of flexibility. And specifically when they were doing Koizumi and Tentamon, Izzy and Tentamon, they based them off of a real gay couple that they knew. They're like, yeah, no, we can do this. These guys are just like these two guys. So, when they were writing all their dialogue and having those interactions, they based it off of this real gay couple that the writers actually knew.
Oh, that's spectacular.
And, that is kind of what it feels like with Starscream and Megatron.
I really like the bit where Starscream's like, Decepticons, help your new leader! And it cuts to Soundwave, Astro Train, and Thrust looking so bitchy. They're just hands on hips, fed up with this. They're just not interested in this at all. They're like, come on, man.
Yeah, really no one is giving him the side of it. We get to see Skywarp and Thundercracker again. Hey guys, missed you. And they're also over it.
Yeah, they're like, oh great, it's this guy. But yeah, Starscream literally gets fired. He gets kicked out of the Decepticons, and Megatron has Laserbeak dump his sorry ass on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
And you won't believe what's there, folks.
And of course, this island is in fact Guadalcanal, where all of those military vehicles that are colored suspiciously like the Combaticons are laying in disrepair.
Starscream kind of has the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn moment where it's don't call me stupid, I have a PhD, motherfucker. And is I'm gonna make up a guy. Yeah. I'm gonna make up 5 guys. Fuck you.
Well, okay. This is a new one. All right, so we've seen a lot of ways you can make a new combiner team, or like a new type of guy. One of them is just building him in your basement, as Wheeljack and Ratchet did with the Dinobots. One of them is
So they're
some
not
kind
combiners.
of one of them is some kind of bizarre time travel situation with the Constructicons and Megatron.
Where you're your own grandpa.
Then there's Vector Sigma, the big orb that gives you a soul, for the Stunticons and the aerial bots. And here's a new one. So Starscream is ranting to himself about how much Megatron sucks when he comes across these like rusted over military machines, and he gets an idea. So he bullies his way past Thundercracker and Skywarp, who are guarding the space bridge, and he heads up to prison on Cybertron. Now, it's really unclear what he's doing because they portray the stuff he's getting just like energon cubes. And then he also blows up where he got them, so I also thought it was energon cubes at first, but no.
He's also an Autobot at this point. Did you
Oh,
notice
God.
his
I'm
blue
not
eyes?
Oh, yeah, he does have blue eyes a lot in this episode, actually.
Yeah, they color his eyes blue for some reason. So congratulations on his change of heart. Starscream has become Catholic.
Yeah. So he's breaking in here, and what he's doing is getting personality components of a bunch of renegade Decepticon prisoners. So obviously this is before they created Sparks, but I guess, in a modern storytelling, he would be getting like Sparks and like some kind of like stasis thing. But as it turns out, if you just take some personality components and just kind of shove them into whatever, whatever machine you put them into just becomes a guy.
I mean, yeah, if there's like enough of it there, basically.
Yeah, and including like, it doesn't even have to match their old body, because he has like a cargo plane and like a Jeep for Blast Off and Onslaught, and of course like there weren't any combat helicopters in World War II, I don't think, but when he shoves those components in there, they just become a space shuttle, like whatever Onslaught turns into, in a helicopter. And it's like, oh, okay.
I love that. Whatever Onslaught turns into.
He's like an artillery truck or something.
Yeah.
I never remember. But yeah, he's got 5 new guys, and they're immediately like, okay, who the fuck are you? Where the fuck are we? And why shouldn't we just kill you right now? So really off to a good start on the relationship between Starscream and his brigade. But
Starscream does have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Starscream's like, you need energy.
Because he has not put an energy converter into their bodies, and he's like, basically, I'm the only way you're getting food, motherfucker.
So he's like, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to steal the organs of some Autobots. And speaking of Transformers that haven't seen the light of day in millions of years, Cliffjumper's here.
He's back from Vacation Island. He and Jazz are here as like guests of this unveiling of a statue of Optimus Prime, which later... Yeah.
This was really... Okay, the fact that it's Cliffjumper and Jazz was part of me being like, when was this supposed to air?
Yeah, but everyone else is also like Grapples in this episode.
Yeah, Grapples in this, and like, again, the Protectabots are here now, so like...
Although I guess they don't show up until the next episode, so who knows?
True, but like, it's still the next episode.
So, this statue is later identified as the Optimus Prime Memorial, which is weird, because he's not dead. So
you know how sometimes obituaries for famous people leak early?
They knew in 20 years his ass was toast.
In 2 years.
Well, in universe, 20 years.
Yeah.
In the real time, like less than a year, I think. He did not have a lot of time left. So, yeah, but it's the Optimus
okay,
Prime
he got
Memorial.
better. Join our Patreon to learn more about that.
He got better, and then immediately died again. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Jazz and
If
the
you're
Cliff,
hot, then you're cold.
or
Anyway,
Cliff Jump, or whatever this guy calls him. He's like, it's actually Cliffjumper. He's like, yeah, whatever. These Autobots are here to unveil the statue. And at this point, Starscream and the Combaticons attack, and the Combaticons get to show off all of their thing and sell their toys to you.
Yeah, do you think this is... And my favorite part is Josh is going, well, they're led by Starscream, so yes.
Yeah, they're like, he's like, yeah, they're probably Decepticons. This is also the first time we have we like hear any of the Combaticons speak, other than Onslaught and Blastoff, who were basically the only ones who talked in Aerial Assault. So we get a lot better of an indication of their
Brawl really
personalities.
is feeling his oats in these episodes.
Yeah, so as I said, Onslaught is more of like a sort of fancy officer type than like a grunt. Brawl is the stupid grunt of the group for sure. He is the
I'm telling you, him and Wild Rider should les out.
Or Vortex, because Vortex just seems to be nuts. Vortex is just crazy.
Like I said, War Crimes Vortex, who commits 10,000 war crimes a year and lives in the sky, is a statistical outlier and should not be counted.
And Swindle is like a snide, sneaky kind of guy, because he's the merchant of death or whatever. And we get
emphasis on merchant.
They show all their abilities, they show all that stuff, and they kidnap Jazz and Cliffjumper.
They literally just like shove them into Vortex, and Vortex is like, okay, bye. And Starscream's like, I did it! I won!
Yep.
And the crazy thing is that he did.
He did. He did do it.
That was all it took.
I mean, this episode certainly shines a better light on the Combaticons than it does Starscream. I'll say that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, when is that not the case?
So the Autobots are listening to the news, and they're like, "Oh, fuck! The Decepticons have kidnapped Cliffjumper and Jazz," because the news identifies a group of mysterious robots led by the Decepticon Starscream. He says that. So I guess once again, the knowledge of who and what they are is really inconsistent episode per episode. But it's fine. Meanwhile, Megatron is pissed because Megatron is pissed because a bunch of prisoners from a cell block on Cybertron have gone missing, and for some reason he assumes that the Autobots have busted these rogue Decepticons out of the Hooskow.
This is actually a really funny subplot of Megatron and Optimus both blaming each other for shit when it was Kono Starscream.
So they have like a fight, and they're like shooting each other, and they're both saying that, Megatron's like, you know what you did, and Optimus is like, no, you know what you did. Now give back Jazz and Cliffjumper. And
it's actually
Megatron's like
Megatron also does shocked Pikachu here. He just stops, and he's like sort of just like gaping at this guy. He's like, hold up.
I also
wait, hold up.
He's even like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Prime doesn't know what's going on, and I don't know what's going on. And then he's interrupted by Prime shooting him in the chest, and he goes, okay, you know what? Fuck you. He just leaves.
We almost had something, but you ruined it.
Yeah. We're gonna talk, but instead you shot me. And then Bumblebee just goes, the fuck was all that about? Why are they just leaving? And Optimus goes, I don't know, man. We should probably figure it out. Meanwhile, all of the Combaticons are immediately turning on each other and arguing. And Starscream tells them to knock it off because, save that.
I have one little question, actually, real quick, which is, there's a Conehead in the background of the last scene.
Yeah.
Who's all gray.
Yeah, so that's Thrust, and they just miscolored him all gray.
Okay.
Which I guess maybe that's where Armada Thrust's coloration comes from, but
we have Zombie Thrust.
Yeah, and Megatron. And yeah, so there's a couple of interesting. So there's a reflector that shows up for 2 milliseconds.
Yes.
Later, and there's also another shockwave in a crowd shot on Earth.
Oh, that's fine.
That's happening again. But yeah, the Combaticons are pissed at each other. They're arguing.
That's his alter ego, Countess Bougie Flagrante.
That is my alter ego, Megatron. Countess Bucci Flagrante.
That really does sound like a drag name Shockwave would use, honestly.
No, his drag name is Onyx Prime. Anyway.
No, that's his persona!
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Jeez, Mara!
So, Starscream basically tells the Combaticons to, like, knock it off. And their main target is still going to be to attack Megatron. Which they do. They ambush him in a train yard, but the Decepticons manage to get away. And Starscream, of course, goes in. Yes.
It is very funny how annoyed Starscream is with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like, he goes into full
Shut
berate
up!
mode. Yeah. He shoots at them. He's like, shut up! It's like, I don't know, man. Sounds like you're kind of understanding what Megatron has to deal with every fucking day.
Yeah, pot, kettle black, etc.
You remember in season 1 when he and Skywarp were in like an elevator and they just started slapping each other? That's what he's experiencing right now.
And that's Alita's.
So
that's the cream of the crop, baby.
Yeah, that's his fucking air commander and his like second in command.
Putting the elite in elite trine.
So yeah, Starscream goes into immediate beration mode, but of course, the Combaticons are not cowed by this, and they're like, "Hey, you know, there's 5 of us and 1 of you. Why don't we just beat the shit out of you?" And Starscream says, that's a great question. Hey, look,
because you still can't eat.
Yeah, hey, we got 2 more guys though. We have 4 guys. We just need 1 more guy, and we can steal all their organs, because Dirge and Ramjet were knocked out in the fighting. As usual. So yeah, the Combaticons are like swayed for now. Meanwhile, the Autobots learn all about the Combaticons from Teletran, and they hatch a plan to break Jazz and Cliffjumper out.
How does like Teletran know all this shit?
I don't know how it knows about.
Because
I mean, maybe
I
guess
clear,
that's
like,
just how long the Combaticons have been imprisoned, right? Like they were imprisoned before the Ark left.
I guess, but like they weren't even imprisoned by like Autobots.
No.
They were imprisoned by Megatron for being fuckheads.
So yeah, the Autobots are hatching a plan. Megatron is also hatching a plan, and this is where he calls. He has Thrust call the Stunticons. Be like, hey, get those guys on the line. And so he calls Dragstrip and say, hey, Megatron needs your help. And Dragstrip says, nah, we're busy. We're doing a demolition derby. And it just cuts to the Stunticons running into cars on some road somewhere.
There's like another moment later on. I didn't even. I was looking down when it happened, so I don't even know who says it. But when they get to the fight, and one of them is like, Megatron's in trouble, and another one goes, who cares?
That was Dead End, who goes, who cares? Yeah, that's a great scene later. But yes, the Stunticons seemingly will be of no help, so Megatron just gets everybody together and heads out. And then we see how you refuel in this universe. You just hook some tubes up to your nipples and just like slurp it up, because that's what Starscream and all the Combaticons are doing.
Folks are calling it the reverse milking.
Reverse milking with the homies on a Friday night?
Yeah, you know how like some people are like, if I had a vagina, I'd let the homies hit.
Yes, I'm familiar with those posts.
First of all, use your butt. Second of all, this is like that. Like, if I could reverse I would let my homies reverse breastfeed into my nipples.
Okay. Oh my god. So, all right.
I mean, what do you think's happening? They're literally eating by putting fluid into their nipples. Please tell me what this is besides reverse breastfeeding.
You're right. It is reverse. It is categorically reverse breastfeeding. Not a very populated tag on E621, shockingly enough.
but on Pornhub.
Wow, it's everywhere. So yes, they're doing the Combaticons and the Starscream are doing some reverse breastfeeding.
My blue jokes have basis, okay?
Yeah, they do. And yeah, so they have Dirge, Ramjet, Cliffjumper, and Jazz like tied up some pylons, and I guess they're gonna like start doing surgery to them or something. And then this is when the Autobots the Decepticons show up first. And they're like, "Hey, motherfuckers, you're supposed to be in jail." And Starscream says, "Well, they aren't." And so Megatron's like, "All right, enough of this." He pulls out what he thinks is the trump card, where he's like, "Constructicons merge to form Devastator. You can't beat this shit." And Starscream says, "You've activated my trap card, Megatron." Because the whole time, the Combaticons could merge to form Bruticus, which they do.
Yeah. Bruticus looks okay. Bruticus is kind of nothing as a combiner. He doesn't look bad. It's just like very bland.
Yeah. Definitely not as striking as Superion or as iconic as Devastator. But yeah. I do like Bruticus more than Menasor, personally.
Bruticus and Menasor both have the same problem, which is that they were created from individual bots that had no complementary design language.
Yeah.
Which is why Menasor in particular, but both of them kind of look like shit when they combine, because there's nothing that connects the two. Devastator looks good because they're all green and purple. And Superion looks good because I think Superion was probably designed first, honestly.
And a lot of the aerial bots have like white and red and black in their color schemes already.
They also have very, very similar design language. But I would not be surprised if Superion was designed before the individual aerial bots were.
Yeah. Well, of course, the toys are all made around the same time because they were imported from Diaclone, but Florodiri did all of the cartoon designs. But I bet Superion was designed for any of these combiners. Because it definitely looks the best.
It definitely looks the best. And Devastator's a pretty close second, again, because you have that same design language the whole way through.
Unfortunately, looks aren't everything, because Bruticus beats the snot out of Devastator.
My God, he really does. It's like, it's a one-hit KO.
Yeah, he wipes the floor with him.
He sends him literally flying.
Yeah, like, it's bad. And this is when the Autobots show up and say, okay, well, let's not get involved here. Let's just let this happen.
No, I want to say the actual line because it made me really, really amused and pleased. Which is Optimus is looking down at this and goes, "Their little domestic squabble is none of our concern." Someone else first says like, it seems like Starscream and Megatron are trying to kill each other, and his response is, "Their little domestic squabble is none of our concern." That's canon, folks. They're married.
He knows what he knows. At this point, Starscream is standing on Bruticus's shoulder, and
he can be your angle or your devil.
Yeah, I think I know which one Starscream is. I've got an idea.
He can be either. And
Bruticus is basically squeezing Megatron in his hand until he says Starscream is the new leader.
This is the only legitimate time that Starscream has actually taken over leadership of the Decepticons.
And as usual, it lasts about 2 seconds because it pans over to a nearby cliff. And as we said, the Stunticons have arrived to basically see what's going on. And Motormaster's like, looks like Starscream beat Megatron. And yeah, as you said, Dead End goes, "Who cares?" And then I think Wild Rider says...
But specifically, I think it's really funny because specifically Motormaster says, "Looks like Megatron's in trouble."
Yeah, who cares?
and Dead End goes, "Who cares?" And Motormaster's like, do you think Starscream's really going to stop with him?
Yeah, Wild Rider's like, "I don't know if I want to..." Wild Rider's like, "Is it any worse working under Starscream?" And Moonraster just says, "Yes."
Yeah.
So they form Menasor, and really, really funny cut of, like, Menasor flying through the air. It zooms in on Starscream doing a shocked Pikachu face, and then Menasor's giant
Everyone's doing
fist.
it. It's the hot new craze.
Menasor's giant fist just slams into Bruticus and makes a giant crater in the ground. Problem solved, I guess.
I'm glad that Menasor recovered from getting his head shot off the last week.
Getting his face rammed into by a car that exploded.
Yeah, and then
he's fine.
Going down and not coming up again.
Yeah. Look, much like Ramjet, Motormaster's got plenty of concussions already under his belt. What's one more? So, yeah, Megatron basically comes out of the hole and like grabs Starscream's like, all right, you motherfucker, you're not weaseling out of this one. Astro Train, get this guy and his goons into space. I'm tired of looking at him. So, Starscream and the Combaticons get loaded up into Astro Train and dumped on some fucking asteroid floating through the void of space. And Starscream's like, I'll get my revenge.
I just want to mention really quickly as, like, Megatron is giving the order to Astro Train to do this. The way he pronounces Bruticus, did you notice this?
What did he say?
He is Bruticus.
Bruticus?
It's actually when he's like taking Starscream down. It's like, you and your Bruticus. It's like, what, dude?
And
that's that episode. And they were never seen again.
Unfortunately for Starscream, the next episode is not called The Revenge of Starscream. It is indeed called The Revenge of Bruticus.
This is like a 4-way Mexican standoff.
It's crazy the amount of backstabbing that happens in this episode.
There's, like, I don't know, at least 5 separate interested parties in this, between Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave, the Combaticons, and the Autobots.
Uh-huh.
And they're all trying to kill each other.
So we open on this asteroid that the Combaticons and Starscream are on, and I really love that it's like Starscream just going, I can't take it! I can't fucking take it! I'm so sick of being on this asteroid with you idiots! And he flies off, and the Combaticons are like, hey man, you know you're not gonna make it back to Cybertron or Earth under your own power, right? And he just calls them military morons and leaves.
I mean, he's not wrong, frankly.
So Brawl's like, all right, put him on the revenge list, right underneath Megatron, Cybertron, and the entire planet Earth.
Yeah, the proto DJD over here making the list.
Yeah. And as it turns out, they're actually not just drifting. They have Blastoff tied to the front of this asteroid, who is dragging them towards Cybertron.
Do you think there's like Transformers Christmas stories about like blast off the red-nosed reindeer?
With your blast off with your ions so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? I mean, I think there should be after
Cosmos
this.
Up here.
Oh fuck, he would be Rudolph.
He would be
Rudolph.
He's a little
underdog. He's a little freak, just like Rudolph.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and he does spend more time in bindings than any other character in this show.
He sure does. He really is a damsel in distress.
He really is. But I'm sure he would take to a harness really well. I'm saying that with no implications, folks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I believe you.
Listen, if you need to pull a sled, you gotta be put in a harness. This isn't, like, difficult. And I'm just saying, one character is used to those situations. That's all. That's right.
It's entirely.
We're watching the same show. We know this.
We know that. It's known. It's a fact of life.
Footnote: it is known.
So, Shockwave is doing some like defense calibrations with his little drone guys, and they're like shooting at holographic targets when the Combaticons arrive and fuck everything up. There's a bit here where Shockwave transforms into gun mode to shoot Bruticus in the face, which I thought was pretty good. And even funnier is when Bruticus picks him up, it's still in gun mode, and just uses him to blow up the rest of his Sentinel bots.
Now, why Shockwave doesn't transform out immediately is very mysterious to me, but he doesn't.
He fell over and it hit his head. He got knocked out. Because then after Bruticus does that, he sticks him onto the barrels on his back that are Onslaughts like gun barrels and just shoots Shockwave into space. And the Combaticons have successfully conquered Cybertron, I guess.
So much of this show is dependent on characters not reacting when things are done to them.
Yeah. Meanwhile on Earth, it's another fucking Saturday in Oregon. You know what that means? An Insecticon swarm is currently devouring an unknown city.
Well...
They're part of the fucking weather report at this point.
Yeah, it's almost like biblical if you think about it, you know, and we have swarms of giant locusts.
Devouring the town. Megatron and Optimus are fighting. Optimus is like, all right, we need someone to help evacuate the city so we can fight the Insecticons without the people getting hurt. Deploy the Protectabots. And I'm like, huh? What?
They've been here the whole time.
Yeah, so all that stuff I said about, you know, they make the effort to like introduce the combiner teams in like a way that makes sense. They gave up or ran out of time.
She lied.
The Protectabots are simply here. I don't think any of them are even named other than First Aid in this episode. So...
And you know what? First Aid's the only one who's ever going to matter, so...
Yeah, he will be a supporting character in a beloved comic book series in about 25 years, so...
Too early for you guys, but your kids are going to love it.
I mean, I guess the rest of the Protectabots are also there, but it is mostly First Aid. And yeah, the Protectabots are basically they're you know, as you might imagine, they're a emergency vehicle themed combiner team. It's Hotspot, First Aid, Streetwise, Groove, and Blades, the helicopter.
Hey, folks, I cannot emphasize enough how bad the Protectabots are at protecting people in this episode.
They're really not very good at their jobs.
I don't know who it is that suggests it, because I don't know who any of these motherfuckers are yet. I mean, I did watch all of season 2, all G1 at some point, but fuck if I can remember.
It is Groove who asks this question.
Oh, but like, so the sun is superheating, right?
No, it's even crazier. Because, alright, we'll get there very shortly, because we cut briefly to Perceptor giving Spike an astronomy lesson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, wow, a shooting star. And Perceptor's like, that, you know, it's not a literal star, though. In fact, the likelihood of the Earth colliding with a star is very slim. And then we cut to my favorite scene of the episode, which is Shockwave and Starscream literally running into each other in the middle of space.
Yes. Hey, folks, don't call me a cowgirl till you see me ride.
And Shockwave apparently does not know that Starscream has been kicked out of the Decepticons yet, because he's like, oh, Starscream, thank goodness. The Combaticons have broken out of jail and have taken over Cybertron. We gotta stop them.
And Starscream's like, okay, shut up. Wait, you're telling me I'm this close to Cybertron?
Yeah,
and
wait.
Shockwave's like, yeah, were you not trying to be? No, shut up. Anyway, not important. Hop on, buddy.
Yeah, he turns into jet mode and invites Shockwave to climb on top of him, which he does.
So, we have in this show a number of times of Transformers riding each other. This is definitely the most famous instance.
Yeah, it's the funniest image for sure.
It's so good. He's like straddling his nose cone. Like, and they're just in the vacuum of space. And it's just truly unbelievable.
It is entirely outrageous. And this is where we get the Combaticons' plans. Because we get to them messing with the space bridge. And, you know, they're talking about it. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Onslaught has, like, a brilliant plan for all of this. And Onslaught's like, you're right, I do. My plan is that I'm going to use the space bridge to shoot the Earth into the sun. Okay. Now,
What's your problem with that?
Obviously,
Everyone's a critic.
I can't be bringing logic into this. We already had this kind of talk when Cybertron was inside of Earth's orbit in season 1 with the Ultimate Doom. But removing the Earth, like moving the Earth from its orbit already would have very, very, very bad world-ending effects. With how close the
I
Earth
think it'd be fine.
I mean, just the removal of the moon's gravity would be a nightmare. But with how close it gets to the sun, everyone on that planet should be dead, and the seas should have boiled away. But it's fine because Streetwise and Groove put a bunch of guys in a freezer.
And as they're doing this, Groove asks, "Won't they die in here?"
And Shuri says, "I don't know, probably not."
They're
Okay.
like, yeah. Streetwise goes, "No, it'll be too hot outside."
Look, he's
Hey,
streetwise. He doesn't know how freezers work.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that
that's true. That's true.
the freezer.
And that's on me. And I'm listening and I'm learning.
Yeah, the Protectabots suck. They're basically just here to put out fires and rescue. I mean, we do see them rescuing people in the city. We do see first aid loading people into the back of his alternate mode, but other than that, the Autobots learn what's happening basically immediately, and they go to try and commandeer the Decepticon space bridge to get there. Megatron sees this and has Shrapnel tear the control panel off and run away.
Oh, yeah.
So that they can't use it, and then
The Insecticons are still here. I forgot about that.
Yep. Somehow they are back, and would you believe it? Yet again,
somehow the Insecticons returned.
They cause even more problems by being huge shitheads. They've also, I guess, they never lost their swarm. I guess the thing was in that episode that they were growing, right? Or no, it wasn't. No, it was the swarm that was the problem. And
they lost the swarm.
They used the fucking insecticide to kill them all.
Yeah. No, they did.
Yeah, well, the swarm is back.
It was supposed
so
to
I
be
guess,
only the 3 of them that survived.
Yeah, I guess
But
they
don't worry.
rebuilt. I guess.
But hey, folks, don't worry about it.
Megatron was like, we'll just do that again. Nothing bad happened the first time. Between this and forgetting that he told Shrapnel to rip the control panel off, and being surprised later that the Autobots are looking for the control panel, I think Megatron's beginning to have some memory problems.
This is why Starscream is definitely the second wife after who's much, much younger. Is oh no, my husband has dementia. Starscream's the femme fatale who murdered her husband.
Oh my god. So, back on Cybertron.
He's been having memory problems and he never came home.
No, he must have just driven off and forgotten. I don't know. How horrible. Anyway, I get all his money now.
And his army.
So,
mostly his army.
They, Starscream and Shockwave arrive on Cybertron and start fucking with the Combaticons by using Shockwave's, illusion device to project holograms for them to fight. One of the holograms they project is gargoyles. Which
sure.
Shockwave specifically selects, presumably because he thinks it would be funny. So yeah, they're doing that.
I think I missed that part. That's really funny.
Yeah, he's like, I know what I'll have them do next. Gargoyles. I was like, what? Why can you even do, are gargoyles real? Why do you even have that in there? Anyway, they sneak off to the space bridge and see that Onslaught has rigged it up to move the Earth, and Shockwave's like, oh my god, the Combaticons have rigged up the space bridge to crash the Earth into the sun, and Starscream says, wait a minute, the Earth? Megatron's on the Earth. If the Earth crashes into the sun, then that means Megatron dies. Which means I become leader of the Decepticons.
And Shockwave's like, oh my god, we have to stop this. And Starscream's like, yes. And is bringing a stiletto up to Shockwave's neck.
Shoots him in the back.
Yeah.
And knocks him out. And then immediately calls Megatron to be like, hey man, guess what? I'm in the control room of the space bridge. And it sure seems like the Earth is about to crash into the sun. But maybe I could be convinced to stop it if you make me leader. And Megatron just tells him to fuck off.
It's good.
So this whole time, the Autobots and later the Decepticons have been hunting down where the Insecticons ran off to. And this whole time, by the way, the Earth is getting progressively hotter and spontaneously catching on fire because it is getting closer and closer to the sun. So,
but it's okay because everyone's in freezers.
Yeah. Then we cut back up.
The day is saved thanks to the Protectabots.
That's right. They protected everyone, just like they say. It cuts back up to Cybertron, where the Combaticons finally realize they've been had because Swindle finds the projector thing. They've been freaking out
love
about
that it is Swindle specifically. It was like,
yeah,
my brothers, I know a con when I see one.
We've been had.
Yeah.
I don't know how none of the rest of them realized it, because they're like, oh my god, our weapons are having no effect. Well, their weapons are also having no effect on you because they're holograms, so they can't actually hurt you. I thought you were supposed to be a tactical genius.
My therapist, their weapons aren't real, they can't hurt you. Me, a Combaticon.
Look, maybe Brawl is, maybe it's like a thing where it's like if you're stupid enough they can shoot you. Maybe Brawl could get hit by those things, but I thought Onslaught was supposed to be like a tactical genius.
Brawl would just thrive from it.
So,
it would just make Brawl stronger.
Yeah. This is when Shockwave wakes up to backstab Starscream back, but then they both get thrown in jail by the Combaticons. They're arguing, and Brawl just Kool-Aid mans the wall down and throws them both in jail. Really, really funny. So this is when we get another uneasy alliance between Autobots and Decepticons, because both of them track down the Insecticons, but Shrapnel got real hungry on the way over, so he kind of ate a bunch of the control panel. So they gotta fix it. And there's a really, really great moment here where, Perceptor says, I can fix this, I just need, this, and this. And Optimus says, I will donate the components from my own body. And it cuts to Megatron, who's got a big stupid smile on his face. And then Optimus says, but only if Megatron does the same. And he immediately starts frowning. He's like, no, I won't do that. It was just really good that he was like, ah, what an idiot. And he was like, what? No, I can't. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, anytime these two shitheads have to work together, it's
really good.
It's really good. Particularly because G1 Optimus is such an asshole.
Yes. He's especially cartoon G1 Optimus. He's so done with this shit.
Yeah, he really, there isn't anything, measured about G1 Optimus. No. He just hates these guys so much, and he's not afraid to say it, and I love that. But yeah, no, the fact that both of them have to, deal with each other is very funny.
And then, Spike tells Megatron he's got to do it if he wants to not get blown up with the rest of the Earth. And then Megatron says to Ramjet, if this Autobot scientist tries anything funny, I want you to break his lenses.
From the inside.
What does that mean? Hello? I want Ramjet to be like, what do you mean? From the, you want me to get real small?
So, the only thing I could think of was that he wanted him to do it, through the back of the head.
Oh my god, just Ramjet, I want you to ram your nose cone through his head.
Yeah, basically.
That would be a gnarly way to die.
That was the only thing I could possibly imagine.
Yeah. So, they're rebuilding the control panel. They get to Cybertron and Megatron, and Megatron's fighting the Combaticons. Oh no, even better. They find they find Starscream. Is this before or after they subdue Bruticus? Is when they break them out of jail.
I believe it's before.
Yes.
Because they're Starscream's like, Bruticus made me do it.
Yeah, no. So the Autobots demand to go with Megatron, and they all break Shockwave out of jail, and Starscream's like, oh, thank God, Megatron, you're here. The Combaticons, they took us both prisoner and did all this themselves. And Shockwave just points at him and says, He's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying.
It's
really
so fun.
funny.
It's like instantaneous. Like Starscream does his whole spiel, his whole usual. I didn't want to do it, but the Combaticons made me attack you. I promise, I swear, it wasn't my bad.
Megatron is full of shit.
Immediately, Megatron is lying.
Megatron
But the funniest part of it is that Megatron doesn't even acknowledge him.
Yeah, he knew he was lying. He didn't
But
need
also,
Shockwave
it's so
to tell
funny
him
that, like, again, this is just like it goes back to Shockwave being the perpetual punching bag of this series, where it's like not even the guy who he's so loyal to that he's immediately tattling on.
Yeah.
On Starscream 2, like, gives a shit about it.
So, yeah, and like, it's really funny that even after that, Starscream's like, okay, look, I will go back to the Decepticon fold and help you stop Bruticus. If you make me the leader. And Megatron just basically, like, laughs in his face.
I mean,
like,
yeah. Come on.
Come on, man. Like, there's grind set, and then there's this. So yes, the Bruticus arrives, and apparently he has a Zelda-style weak point on his back that is usually covered up by the twin guns from Onslaught's trailer, but because that is currently being used to hijack the space bridge, that weak point is now exposed, so Optimus just shoots it.
Yeah, no, to be
and
clear,
knocks him out.
Starscream specifically reveals this
Yeah.
because he's like, what do you think I am, stupid? I betray way too many people to not have fail-safes where I can immediately kill anyone who tries to pull that shit on me.
Yes. So, the day is saved. Sideswipe reverses the space bridge. Like I said, with how close the Earth is to the sun in that last bit, everyone should be dead on there and the seed should be boiled away. But I digress.
Well, Transformers G1 has always been famously known for its scientific accuracy.
That's right. It's really more of a academic text than a cartoon show. Mm-hmm. And both Megatron and Optimus seemingly agree that Bruticus is much too dangerous to leave alive, so they blow him up.
This is so funny. This is like,
yeah,
like Optimus is like, okay, listen, Megatron, we've had our differences. I think we've all learned a lot today. Bruticus is too dangerous to you as well to remain alive. And Megatron's like, I agree 100%. And then it just like smash cuts to them blowing him to smithereens.
They like drag him into the sky, and then Megatron just blows him up. And I think it's Sideswipe who's like, hey, Prime, it's really weird that after all that, Megatron just let us leave and go back to Earth. And
does anyone else feel like that was too easy? And
Optimus is like, yeah,
no,
probably. He's like, well, he's probably up to something, but I don't know, whatever, it's fine.
Like, that's an issue for tomorrow, Optimus.
And of course,
and it is an issue for tomorrow, Optimus.
Yep, as we know, because aerial assault takes place chronologically later than this, Bruticus was not blown up. Because they faked it, and Megatron,
who did not die,
Megatron is reprogramming him to be loyal to him, and says, "You're welcome to rejoin the Decepticons, Starscream, as my subordinate."
Yeah,
and Starscream basically just goes, "Yay!
You've sufficiently redeemed yourself."
Yeah. So that is the Revenge of Bruticus. He definitely almost threw the Earth into the sun.
Yep.
I do really like the Combaticons. I think they might be my favorite combiner team, even more so than the Constructicons.
Oh, they're mine for sure. I thought you liked the Stunticons most.
I just really like Wild Rider.
I mean, Wild Rider's a lot of fun.
I think the Stunticons are fun. I think that they have really not... the Combaticons, the Constructicons, they've all had a lot more stories dedicated to them. The Stunticons, especially, like, in IDW, Minosaur was only deployed so that he could get his ass kicked by something else. Like, they were never really anything of
by
note.
stories dedicated to them, you mean other media? That's not G1.
Yeah, like, yeah. Like, I think in this show.
Because I was about to say, they feature pretty strongly, actually, in G1.
Yeah, I do like them in the show, but I think I like the Combaticons more just because I do dig the sort of, like, personalities they gave, especially Onslaught and Blastoff. Which, it's funny, those are already the fruitiest one. Those are already the two fruitiest ones in the show, and then they gave them the, like, forbidden romance arc in Windblade.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do really like Ons. He's really fun.
He's, like, I love that I thought he was just gonna be, like, your average, like, you know, Patton-esque XP or whatever. But he's way more of, like, an effete British officer, which I think is a way more fun direction for his character. And, of course, Swindle. I mean, there's no beating Swindle.
What can we say about Swindle that has not already been said?
He's just too goddamn funny. Alright, we've got some questions to get to.
Yeah. Our first question today comes from... Come on. There we go. Creamseek. Fuck it. Which of the Combaticons would you pitch for a Lost Robot-style redemption arc film? Vortex.
No. I was gonna say Blastoff or Swindle.
War Crimes Vortex, who lives in a cave and performs 10,000 war crimes a year.
He even threatens to do the thing to Starscream, and somebody says, "Aren't you want to go for a whirl, Starscream?" And I wanted Starscream to be like, "No, that's the other helicopter guy."
I like
that's
that.
the other war crimes helicopter.
I like that our Starscream impersonations are both slowly getting closer to Alan from Smiling Friends. That's really where we're heading. What
Megatron.
the fuck?
Megatron. I think I should be leader.
I have so much shit to do. I think it is animal feces. Okay. Yeah, no, I think Vortex would be funniest. If the Combaticons lost a guy, which Autobot would they draft into their Toxicpolycule like the Constructicons did to Prowl?
I mean, look, you lose, or you lose Brawl and just replace it with Warpath. They're roughly the same in terms of, like, intelligence.
Most of the characters in this show are.
He's also already a tank. Fits right in. You gotta, like,
sure,
repaint him. Fuck that. Remember? I just remembered the bit where they, after Prowl Devastator stopped being a thing, Starscream, like, made Scoop join the Constructicons and repainted him to look like them.
Yeah, what about it?
Really funny. He's like, "Hey, you're a front end loader. Why don't you be the leg?"
I'm also a journalist. No, you're not.
Yeah, not anymore. You're a leg, buddy.
Oh, Jesus. Decepticon Ruby asks, if you were to port one guy from a combiner team to another team on the opposite faction, who would cause the least friction?
Least, okay. Not Wild Rider.
Hook to the Protectabots.
I was also going to say Blastoff to the Aerial Bots.
I think Blastoff would, especially with some of the personalities there.
Oh, right. He would immediately kill Slingshot.
Is what I was thinking, yes. He would be, I mean, Silverbolt would be fine with him, but he would immediately kill... He and Slingshot would immediately kill each other.
Well, no, but that's why you trade them... You trade Slingshot and Blastoff, so you avoid that. It's like the frog, the scorpion, and the flower.
I don't think it's a trade. It's porting one guy from one to the other. I think it's a one-way street.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right about Hook and the Protectabots.
I think Hook and the Protectabots. Who could make the Polycule better or vice versa? Who could make everyone worse?
Swindle.
The second one, the choices are truly endless.
Like anybody from the Stunticons or the Combaticons, basically.
Yeah.
And demonstrably, Prowl.
And demonstrably Prowl. That's true. But he doesn't start off as a combiner team.
That's
true. We have to take from one combiner team to the other. Yeah, I mean, putting any of the Stunticons or the Combaticons onto an Autobot team is basically a disaster.
Nightmare.
Beachcomber's number one bro Chet asks if Starscream was successful in starting his own Decepticon faction with Blackjack and Energon, then who would he want on his team from the original Decepticons? None of them.
I don't. Yeah, he doesn't even want Thundercracker and Scour. Those guys turned their backs on me, man.
He held them at gunpoint.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck with any of those guys anymore. Which is kind of the problem for starting your own faction if nobody else wants to rebel and join your faction.
Fear versus love, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Dead Name Stealing Faye asks, what if Swindle, being the Renaissance bot that he is, was a fully licensed medical doctor on top of being a con artist and weapons dealer? I
think he says he is.
Yeah.
He's definitely up to some Dr. Nick type shit in the background.
What are you gonna do? Go to Hook?
Yeah.
Like, that's your other option.
And he is also unlicensed. He might be better at it, but he's also I don't know if I trust that guy.
He probably will give you a fair price though, where Swindle will not.
Yeah, we'll rip your ass off.
Could y'all give us a breakdown of how you think the Combaticons were able to turn a random space rock into a makeshift spaceship? Bonus points if you think it's.
I mean, they literally just put Blast Off on a leash.
It's Blast Off Jabari hours.
They just tied him to the front like a horse.
They're really method with their kink.
Yeah.
Really, they get really deep into their scenes.
Onslaught voice. I'm a utilitarian kinkster, you see. It all must have a function.
Play Battletech 2018 asks, how much fun do you think it is to ride around on the shoulder of a combiner?
A lot of fun until you get punched by another combiner.
It's true. I mean, I would like to be on top of a giant robot in general. I would love to be on, like, a normal Transformer. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Combiner's even bigger than that.
Yeah. Big enough the Transformer could do it. Geist asks, what other weird guys do you think are stored in the big Decepticon punishment filing cabinet?
We'll never know, because Starscream blew it up for unknown reason.
And that's why we never see Overlord in...
Yeah, I guess Overlord's in there or something. Like, Overlord, maybe the Terrorcons are in there.
Overlord was definitely put into the quarantine zone.
Yep.
And that's why there's no Tarn in this universe as well. Tarn violated a restraining order on Megatron, and Megatron said, alright, to the vault with you, it's not worth it.
Yeah, we're taking your brain out, put it in the box. I'm sick of your shit.
You and all these other city-based assholes. Hey, Bine asks, which of Cartoon Shockwave's many positive character traits is the one that makes him your favorite Decepticon? I genuinely love G1's Shockwave. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. And it's just because he is the most pathetic, pitiable, like in the genuine old school meaning of pathetic, in which deserving of pity, character that I've ever seen. This poor schmuck.
Like, the thing that sets him apart from every other Shockwave incarnation of, like, except, like, the ones that are inspired by this one specifically, like, animated Shockwave, he is really, really loyal. He is, like, the most ride-or-die dude for Megatron forever, which is really in short supply in the Decepticons.
I think it was probably... Well, I guess Dreamwave came out before Prime did.
Yeah, but also, like, let me tell you, Marvel Shockwave... not loyal.
No, but
not one bit.
But in the I'm talking about like the characterization as like an amoral, like science-driven person.
That definitely comes more from Marvel.
Did it?
Yeah. So the thing about whenever someone, the logical thing, like Shockwave being ruled by logic, it was an idea more introduced in Marvel than in the cartoon. In the cartoon, he's basically just like Megatron's like number one lackey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like he never really makes a big thing about being logical or whatever. In the comics, Shockwave's betrayals were driven by like the logic of Megatron is not the correct leader for this moment. I am, so he deposes Megatron and takes control. And I think that's where that and Dreamwave pulls from that. And then
Prime
of course
does.
IDW, Prime definitely does. Prime basically turns him into like, it's like that combined with the live action movie version of him just being a big motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I mean, basically, I mean, I would say that, like, IDW is definitely more evil than...
Yeah, IDW Shockwave is like...
IDW Shockwave really is, like, incredibly self-serving in a way that not even these other ones are. And I would characterize the other ones, like, well, I haven't read Marvel, but, like, Dreamwave and Prime, at least, I would characterize him as basically amoral. Like, he doesn't care about doing the good thing, but he's not, like, purposely trying to do a bad thing. He's just trying to advance his science.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, I think pretty interesting. IDW Shockwave's a bad dude.
He's the devil, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... G1 Shockwave, you're right. Like, the voice performance is so much of it. I love G1 Shockwave's voice so much. It's so funny. And yeah, I don't know, his loyalty, his place as the guy who gets the shit kicked out of him every time the Autobots go to Cybertron.
He's just a really funny character.
Yeah. His look is just kind of inherently funny.
From like an audience perspective, I don't think that G1 Shockwave has like any weak moments. There's like no moment when Shockwave's on screen where I think, man, I wish this was time spent with another character.
It's a treat because he doesn't show up all that often. It's like, oh yay, a Shockwave episode.
Coil head-on asks, all of the combiner teams are setting up a potluck. What dish does each bot bring with the Gestalt bringing a dessert?
That's too many guys. That's too
guys.
many. That's 20 guys.
No,
it's like 25 because you're counting the combined forms as a separate guy.
We'll do the Gestalts as a whole.
Yeah, I think the teams are bringing, the dishes, right? Yeah. I mean, the Constructicons put together a very intricate cake. Yes, like a tiered.
Yes, tiered, professionally designed like cake.
Hook spent a lot of time sculpting that fondant. The Stunticons bring a like pot full of sludge that they call the kicker.
No,
and you don't really know what's in it.
You're almost there. They bring 5-alarm chili.
Yeah. They bring 10-alarm chili.
They bring 10-alarm chili. And they're the only ones who can stand it.
Yeah. The aerial bots, I think, they want to make a good impression. They want to please everybody. I think they bring something very popular and very palatable. What would they bring?
Maybe like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, everyone likes a good chocolate chip cookie. They even have like ones with no nuts in them for like anyone who has like a nut allergy or something.
And there are gluten-free ones and dairy-free ones. You can do anything with a chocolate chip cookie.
The Combaticons.
The Combaticons bring something in aspic.
Oh my god.
You know I'm correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
They bring a fucking Jello mode, and that's on Swindle.
Yeah. He's selling them. He's like, he bought a whole pallet of Jello molds on a budget, and he's trying to flip them to get some money, and he's making a lot of Jello stuff.
Not the Jello, not the aspects themselves, but the molds. He's part of an MLM.
Oh yeah, he's like, isn't the shape of this Jello dish so fun? Wouldn't you like to have the mold that I used to make this?
He's also represented by Cutco knives, folks. If you wanted to cut, if you need to cut that aspect,
and he's selling Amway. He's in all of that. He's going on everything. And he's painted pink this week because he's on the Mary Kay. he's selling Mary Kay. The Protectabots bring a box of cheese puffs because they don't care.
No, the Protectabots bring something that is incredibly safe for all dietary requirements and tastes like shit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but that's what they do.
Yeah, it's some kind of it's like a casserole of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just tastes like
And
wet
it just
cardboard.
tastes like shit.
The-
It's vegan.
the-
It's a green bean casserole, but it's vegan. It's gluten free. It's dairy free. There's no soup in it. There's no
protein loaf. But
Oh,
however,
God, a
the
nut
combat-
loaf, except
the
but a seed. Sorry, a
Constructicons-
seed loaf. A seed loaf.
Yeah, the the Stunticons, they say
They just bring a
you
pot of
dollop-
sunflower butter.
You dollop some chili on that bad boy, it's almost edible.
And this is how Swindle creates a new racket.
That's right.
With all the main man Swindle around, and clearly the best Decepticon around at making cha-ching, how many schemes do you think he's running to keep his faction afloat?
We just said he's selling Jello molds, Cutco knives, Amway, Mary Kay. What other fucking MLMs are there out there? He's deep in crypto. He's got like 8 different crypto wallets.
If you need essential oils, you know who to ask.
Oh yeah, he's got them by the fucking barrel full.
Geist asks, what kind of weird nonsense do you think Shockwave gets up to with his hologram projector? It's really lonely on Cybertron.
Yeah, there's a lot that if Starscream had kept pressing buttons, the sexy Megatron thing would have popped up, and Shockwave would have had to answer a lot of questions.
Yeah, it's like the holodeck from Star Trek.
It's like Smithers's screensaver from The Simpsons.
Oh, Christ.
Don't worry about that.
We're all making really bad references tonight. Aurora Cosmos, like the UFO, asked, now that we've seen all the G1 Combiner teams pre-movie, which one would you most want to have the toys of? I know we haven't seen the Protectabot Combiner, but we all know you're not picking them. I mean, Defensors, whatever.
He looks alright. I do kind of like...
Superion is the best looking.
He looks so good, and his toy also does look really good.
Superion, I mean, if we're just talking about, like, having a toy that I would like to, like, display in my house, I would have to go with Superion.
Yeah, like, either the original one or, like, that new one, damn, that's a good-looking figure. Like, I don't know how I feel about the manner in which they designed the combination, where they just kind of, like, you split the vehicle mode guys and attach them to, like, a skeleton that comes out of Silverbolt, but like it looks really good. So yeah, I think Superior or Bruticus. I also really like Bruticus's G1 design toy.
Our last question, also from Aurora, is, hey, how many ways is there to make a new set of guys in the show? I think every time we've gotten new guys actually being created, they get made in a different way. I actually at least like genuinely like this one. Like, I think
this is a fun one.
Like, this actually contributes lore to the overall series. Not that they gave a shit about that, but, like, it does. It's certainly better than being your own grandpa.
Yeah, it's better than whatever happened to the Constructicons. Nobody knows. But yeah, I mean, and I think, is this the last one?
Pre-movie, yes.
Is this the last new way guys get built? I know that Grimlock builds the Technobots when he gets like a super brain briefly. But I think that's just kind of the same way that we've seen other guys get built. Like, basically he builds them in the same way that Ratchet and Wheeljack built the Dinobots. So I think this might be
like father,
the
like
last
son.
like novel way in the show that a new guy gets made. Unless you count like Unicron reformatting people, but I think that's a different thing.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say, like, ways that Cybertronians usually get made.
And that's the episode.
It was one.
It sure was a couple of episodes. We have been Prime Cuts. You can follow us on Blue Sky at primecutspod.bisky.social and find us on noisespace.xyz, a fine podcast network with the best podcast titles around. And that's a guarantee.
Oh, God. Last week's was bad.
Yeah, well, this one's going to be reverse breastfeeding, so...
It's what happens! Tell me what that is!
I am not disputing. That is factually what occurs on screen. There is no doubting that. And of course, you can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/primecuts.
They hated
where
her because she spoke the truth.
and $1 will get you access to our bonus feed, which has us covering the Japanese shows, starting with Headmasters. We just met the Beast Formers, who don't get it twisted, do not transform, and don't really have any connection to the Transformers brand at all, but they sure were in an episode. And at $5 and above, you get access to Prime Cuts Nautica, where I get to yap incessantly about something that I think is cool.
Eventually, I'll probably bring something.
Our first episode was on Bumper, the Autobot who was never supposed to exist, but did anyway. And the next one, which I think is probably going to be in January, will be about the Pretenders.
Fuck you, it's January.
Very strange gimmick that they have struggled to portray in fiction, because it's kind of ridiculous on its face. And of course,
and nothing else.
No, everything else in this franchise is, it's all smooth sailing. And of course, at the $10 level, you are a member of our elite guard, and you get shout outs at the end of every episode. So thank you once again to Sabrina Steele, and they call me the Inner Gobbler, the way I be eaten, Cybertronian ass.
We just rigged the names, folks. We're not responsible for them.
Yeah, we're only responsible for reverse breastfeeding. I'm Mara. You can find me on Blue Sky at marawivern.biscuit.social, and on Tumblr at Cyclonus with a 5 at the end of it.
I'm Audrey. You can find me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Optimum Prime. That's my funny robot internet joke. You can also listen to the other podcast I do called Pod of Greed. I also sometimes do drag, and you can find that account at Maxwell Warp on Instagram. I have a show this weekend that I'm very anxious about because I'm producing it!
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work.
It is! I need people to send me their fucking tracks. It's fine. It's all for a good cause. Yeah, and that's it. So until next time, I am going to give my honey a broody kiss, transform and roll out.
I am going to jam this brain I found into this lawnmower to create the most fearsome warrior this planet has ever known. Transform and roll out.
You make that joke, but that would be a really terrifying... You just created Transformers Christie. I hope you know that.
Lawnmower Transformers chopping people's arms off.
I think that was a Steven Universe, Jesus Christ, a Stephen King story. Anyway.
Lawnmower bot.
Peach.
Peach.
The Transformers